It's 9:11 p.m. for me right now, and my wish is for you to subscribe to the channel because it really helps and allows me to keep making videos like this one. About 2 hours ago, I was about to leave the office because I was awfully tired. We had our sales kickoff this week, so it's been super intensive with internal meetings, new messaging, product updates, new quotas, new territories, books of business, all of those exciting things. But I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go through all 570 of my new accounts in my book of business one by one, look them up in Zoom Info so that I can do an effective territory plan and filter all of them by revenue count, employee count, strong use cases, and identify my top 50 accounts my SDRs can target. And I kept sitting here, my back was hurting, and I decided to stand up, and I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna quit because I wanna get through this, because I made my phone background the destination of our President's Club trip in 2024, Greece, that I plan to attend next year. And I'm drawing my line in the sand, I'm putting it out there, I'm calling my shot, and I'm sharing it to all of you so that, one, it helps me keep myself more accountable, and two, when I feel like giving up later in the year, I'm gonna go back to this video and say, you know what, Trent, when you feel like quitting or giving up, this is exactly what you need to hear. And I'm gonna share two stories with you that have shaped my entire sales career. I was just completing my first quarter as an account executive in software sales, $7,000 a year quota. I had just actively started posting on LinkedIn. I was about a year and a half to YouTube. I was fully committed on doing whatever it took to be successful, to build up this channel, to figure out how to make money online. But the thing is, if you've ever put yourself out there, nobody cares or nobody listens in the beginning. And it really hurts, but I said, you know what, I don't care. I'm gonna keep going. I made 140 videos straight on days. Eventually got the channel monetized, started to have a little bit of traction, not much, because it's not that many people are listening. And to add insult to injury, at our sales kickoff, they do a roasting every year, and they happened to select me as the special guest that night. And they pulled up a video of me with my shirt off in Florida, hair growing out, saying, this is what you got to do to be successful. And they basically were like, this guy's not successful, and he's telling people how to be successful. I was put on blast, and I was isolated. I was actually in Florida by myself, and I remember going and walking on the beach, sitting there looking at the sunsets, like with this burning inside me, saying, you know what, if I'm gonna keep doing the YouTube thing, I have to perform in my career, because if I don't perform and I keep doing the YouTube thing, I know that everyone will look at me and say that guy's a fraud. And the next year around, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would feel like a phony. And I like to think of myself as the real deal. I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So that year, it was literally whatever it took to be successful I was willing to do. Didn't matter how long I had to stay in the office, didn't matter how many times I had to get rejected. It didn't matter what anyone thought of me. All that mattered was executing each and every day. I ended up hitting my quota 4 out of 4 quarters. I was able to substantially grow the YouTube channel, increase the online income, promote twice from an account executive level 3 to account executive level 5, one of the fastest to ever do it. And it was a banner year for me in 2021, that's what it was. And the next year around at the sales kickoff in 2022, they gave me a little shout out, a little make fun of, but a bit of validation. Hey, this guy went out and did what he said he was gonna do, respect. At least that's the way I viewed it. And that was an experience where in that moment I thought about, you know what, I could just stop putting myself out there. I could quit, I could leave the company, I could go find something else if everything is on the line. And that's what it truly felt like. Every day I was literally proving other people wrong. I had to prove myself right. And every day I felt like my entire life was on the line. That was the sense of urgency I approach each and every day. I went into 2022, didn't have as successful of a year, and now I find myself in 2023, big quota, new team, more excited than ever, absolutely all in. And let me share with you guys where I pull my sense of self-belief from, because in those moments that start to get dark, you start to doubt yourself, and you start to think, am I enough? Is this actually worth what I'm doing? Everyone experiences those emotions, believe me. But I think you gotta ask yourself what you're made of, and believe that your future will be greater than the present moment today. It's that belief of what could happen, maybe not how things seem today. And I wanna take you back to when I was maybe 19. I was a sophomore or junior in college, Ohio University. I wasn't involved in any sort of student organizations. I basically wasted my freshman year playing video games. Ended up getting involved in a sales organization. They declined me the first time I went out. Ended up getting involved. And my friend had convinced me, he's like, hey, you might want to do sales, right? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do sales. He's like, there's actually a sales competition if you'd like to come out and compete. So I went to one of the workshops and they gave me this script of like what to do in this scenario. And I had never done anything like that before, ever. So I read it and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I actually want to do this. Like, I don't think this is maybe even for me. I ended up showing up to the event because my friend's like, you got to go. There were about 85 people as a part of that organization. I had never shown up to anything before, never really practiced. And literally my first run ever, I placed in the top 5 and I had advanced to that next round of the final 5, and everyone was actually recording it, and it was like a live stream type thing. And I remember I walked into the office, they gave me an objection, I ended up leaving and shutting the door, and it was like a part of the role play, and I had literally no idea, so I ended up failing that one. But I finished top 5. After going into it, there were 80 people, I finished top 5, and they were like, I can't believe, Trent, you did that good. And the whole time I was thinking, it just comes natural to me. I believe that I'm the man. I believe that I am the absolute best at everything I do. I believe everything I say is a matter of fact. And that's how I speak. That's the level of conviction I have. That's the level of belief I have in myself. That's not to say I'm not humble. That's not to say I'm not in learning mode 24/7. But that sense of belief, that sense of nobody is coming to save me, I must go take it. In those moments, being a predator and saying, hey, we're going to go get it no matter what it takes. I think it's that sense of self-belief that I have, that in those moments when I want to quit, it's reminding myself, hey, you have what it takes. You just got to push past that feeling of discomfort a little bit. So fast forward to the present moment today. We're all in this new year ahead of us in 2023, and we're going to feel like quitting a lot. I imagine we're going to feel like, you know what, I'm hungry, I'm going to go get food. Hey, I'm tired, I'm going to leave the office. Hey, I don't feel like working today, I'm just going to take the day off. And I encourage you, in those moments of resistance, just ask yourself, what are your goals? What is the shot you are calling? Because in sales, a performance-based business, we are all calling a shot. And the more you can say, you know what, I'm going to President's Club in 2024. Tell your friends and family. I'm telling all of you guys right now, I'm going to President's Club to Greece in 2024. And if I don't do it, that means I'm a liar, and I'm not a liar. So that means I have to literally do whatever it takes to go make it happen. That is the clear line in the sand. It's a binary decision. And each and every day when you're confronted with those little micro decisions, hey, it's 7 p.m. in the office. I don't feel like staying here. Hey, 9:20 p.m., whatever it takes, we're going to sit here. We're going to get it done. It's going to require a little bit of extra hard work. And I don't want to come across as, hey, some pep talk, whatever it is, because inspiration is fleeting. But I wanted to just share my thoughts and a couple stories based on my experience. Is when your back is against the wall, you'll do some of your best work. So figure out where you can find that fire, where you can pull that sustaining motivation, and just attack each and every day. So when you feel like quitting or when you feel like giving up, remind yourself what it's all for in the first place. And I hope that a few of you, this message helped. I didn't have any sort of script. I didn't have anything planned out today. I'm not going to optimize this video. I don't even know how many of you guys are watching to this point, but if you're still watching to this point, comment the fire emoji down below, or you can just share whatever you're thinking. But I want to know how many of you guys made it to this point, because I truly appreciate you supporting me and my journey, the channel. And I really didn't feel like making the video right now or revealing that I'm still in the office, but I had to do it anyway, and I'm glad I did. And I want you to have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon. See you in the next video.